Hey everybody, I just wanted to take a few minutes this morning to talk to you about some of our new products that we've added to the Look Natural line. I've had a lot of questions about the face washes and which face wash do I use, what should I recommend to my customers or at a party or at a vendor event. They were just really unclear on which ones were kind of used for what. So I'm going to talk about that, and then I also want to go over some of the other products that have been added to Look Natural. And but first, I just want to talk about all natural versus naturally based. When we describe our products, we always want to say naturally based. There are things in our products that are derivatives of natural substances, and I didn't really think about this until I watched one of Ann's videos. But we don't use fillers and soy and gluten and SLS. That is true, but there are some things that you have to put that are in these products that are not all natural, and people will trip you up on that, especially people who are trying to make a liar out of you, or they may work for another company and they're trying just to really discredit. So be careful with that, and always say naturally based, and that way that covers everything. So I just had to get that off my chest. It's a big pet peeve of mine. So first I want to talk about Delish. This is our new face wash that has been added to the Look Natural line. It has a berry smell, so it's very pleasant. It's very gentle. There's no scrub, exfoliant, anything in here. It's just a really good overall face wash. Again, it removes all the dead skin with the natural fruit extracts, and it's just very gentle, but it is not an exfoliant, and it will say that on there, non-exfoliating. Be sure when we get new stuff that you read this, because these are informative, as well as when Ann gets the opportunity to go over them with us, that's informative too. But if you miss that, the back of this, the tubes are always very informative. So that is Delish. It's a fruit basket of Delish Fabulous Washing. So there's that. The other one that's been around for a while is BFF, and this one does have a little bit of an exfoliant in it. It's still gentle enough that you can use it every day. So it uses essential oils to put the moisture that needs to be back in your skin back in there, but for the most part, it does not dry out skin. So it has a lot of good essential oils in it. Now, most people think that these two are kind of like our adult face washes. Complexion Perfection is in the Pretty line. I use this every day and have used it every day since it came out, and that's really the only thing that I can use that doesn't irritate my skin. I like scrub. I'm one of those rebels who uses Tree Hugger on the face, but for some reason when I get a different amount of oil, I tend to break out. So Complexion Perfection has been my go-to face wash since I started with Posh. It has peppermint, so it smells really good. It's really good in the morning to kind of help wake you up. But the peppermint is, it's a natural antiseptic. So it's also really good for teenage skin. If they have a lot of breakouts, and sometimes they can be kind of gross, the peppermint in this product is good to clear that up. I've sold this to several of my friends' children, and they love it, and their face has cleared up. So I've kind of seen that in action. But it does use natural peppermint oil, and it's a deep cleansing. Sometimes it tingles, sometimes it doesn't, but it's nothing like the stripper or anything like that. It's safe to use every day. Okay, so those are the three face washes. And when you talk to your customers, you would just ask them. I usually ask them what they use already, and that kind of gives me a clue as to maybe where they're going. I ask them, do they like exfoliant? Do they like that scrub feeling, or would they rather have something a little more gentle? And if that was the case, then I would point them to Delish, maybe give them a sample of some of the other ones for them to try, and I would obviously be sure I got their information so I could follow up with them and ask them, a couple of weeks down the road, or maybe a week, just depending on, what kind of feel you get from them, which one they like best and which one they would like to start adding to their daily regimen. So we've talked about the face washes. my screen just went to sleep. The next thing I want to talk about is the don't mind if I do oil. This is something that I can only use every once in a while when I get like a dry spot or something like on my forehead. It takes very little. It's a replenishing face oil, so it's going to replace the moisture. I think it's really good for people in dry climates. I'm obviously in South Alabama where it's very seldom dry. It's very humid, and if it's not raining, then it's very humid. So I don't use this a lot. I save it for those really problem areas that I can't get rid of. But it is full of essential oils: olive fruit oil, seed oil, or grapeseed oil, rosehip, argan oil, kernel oil. I mean, it's just lavender oil. It's full of really great essential oils for your skin. So you just need to know that when somebody questions you about this or asks about this, it is like a tiny dab will do you. So, I just made it funny. Anyway, this is great for people who have like certain skin irritations that they just can't seem to get rid of. That's where I've been lucky with this. Also on dry spots on people's hands, like men who work outside, like sometimes their hands just get so dry that even the healer doesn't do anything. A little dab of this will help that. Okay, so the next thing, I don't have a Sweet Dreams with me because we just made samples and we used it all. Thank you, Angela Gunner. No, I'm kidding. No, we really did make samples, and I don't remember how. I think we got 50 out of a little thing of Sweet Dreams. That is just a really good overall moisturizer that I would recommend people use it at night. I mean, it is a night cream. It only takes a little bit. Again, I'm very sensitive to oil. I used it, and I used it very sparingly, and I woke up the next morning. I was not oily or anything like that. So I would recommend it for the older customer, to tighten things like necks and wrinkles on the forehead and stuff like that. Obviously, you would never tell somebody that they needed it for that, but you can make an assessment by looking at them that maybe that would help them. It is recommended for older skin, but obviously, I mean, I know a lot of people who are using it right now. The other moisturizer is Moisturize 911, and yes, I still have the old little tub because this is my personal stash, and you can see how much is left, and I'm so excited to be able to get one of the new tubes. Moisturize 911 has caffeine in it, so it's good to brighten and tighten. That's always what I say when I talk about any of our products with caffeine in them. Not so I can say, hey, it's gonna, fix your cellulite. I just say tighten and brighten, and they can take that for whatever it's worth to them. A lot of people get it, and they, appreciate that it could fix more than one issue that they have going on. I totally forgot what I was about to say, but anyway, this is on the Pretty line as well. I usually kind of pair these together. Sometimes the caffeine, people are sensitive to the caffeine. It obviously pulls all the blood to the surface, so sometimes you have a little rosy look. I kind of like that because then that's less makeup that I have to put on my super white face in the winter. So this is what I use every day, among other things, but that's my mainstay. The other thing that I wanted to talk about, and I know you can't see this because I have a big glare behind me, but is the My Hero sunscreen. This is not a moisturizer. This is sunscreen. It is light enough, and again, we made samples, and I have just a little bit left, but it is so light that you can put it on under your makeup. Like, you put it on first after, probably I would do it after I've done my Sweet Young thing that I do, and then I hit under my eyes with my caffeinator every single day, and then I would probably, I would probably put this on, and then a moisturizer if you needed it. I'm not really sure how that would work. I need to test that out, if I would do a moisturizer first or not, but it's not a moisturizer. It's sunscreen. So don't say this is moisturizer with sunscreen, because it isn't. It's SPF 30, and when we were at Posh at Play, I learned that, you know, that is the most that you can have any sunscreen now. I think Ann said a lot of them were grandfathered in, but the new stuff, it's 30, because if you think about it, if you have a 75 sunscreen, you still have to reapply that after, you know, a couple of hours or whatever. So 30 will do you just as good, because you're still gonna reapply. So, but if you're using this under your makeup, obviously, unless you're just in some like crazy conditions, you're not gonna reapply this. So it is designed, it's, you know, it's not greasy at all. I just put some on my finger, and it's so dry that it's almost unbelievable. So it's zinc oxide. That's what's in sunscreen. So there you go. You use this. Summer's coming. This is a really great time to promote this product, because we are right around the corner, and obviously anytime we're outside we want to protect our skin. So my hero. Here you go. Alright. The other thing that I wanted to show you is a group of local consultants. We get together every now and then to make samples, and so we did a facial in a bag, and you can see there's 5, and some of you may say, well, why are you going to give them BFF and Delish? So we decided that we would give them both so that they could try it out and see which one they liked better. We've included the instruction cards, but I think this is just a really good way to introduce our new Look Natural products, all in a little kit. Didn't cost us a lot of money, because we all brought stuff to the table and shared making those. So I'm excited to send these out and see what kind of response I get. Usually I do the Complexion Perfection and Moisturize 911 together as a sample pack, and I will still keep those, but I just think this line now pretty much covers everybody and their needs for their skin. So if you give them everything, they can sample it, figure out which one they want to use, and then hopefully order that from you. So I hope that this has been helpful. My team has requested several topics, so you may see me again in just a little while talking about some other things. So I hope it was helpful. Have a great day.